Okay, so I printed stuff off for you. Why? Because I can. Okay, so we're supposed to take this lovely little shape right here, and we're supposed to find out what is g of negative x, if this is g of x. So what do you do if you have a negative inside with your x? So coming back here, we had a y-axis reflection, so it's going to look like a mirror image. So looking at that, what I'm going to do is take this little stair step right here, and I'm just going to do it on the other side, okay? And then notice I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so notice it's a y-axis reflection. I'm just mirroring this thing. And then where this one was coming down this way, I am now going to come this way and make this a true y-axis reflection. So that is what that one looks like. So it literally just, if I were to fold this on the axis like this, it would lay on top of itself, which I folded it really bad. But that's what it would look like. So hang on, let me fix that just so that I don't throw you off completely. All right, so if I were to fold it like that on the axis, then it's just going to, the pink thing and the blue thing mirror each other. All right, so what's the next one? We've got g of x minus 3. So g of x minus 3. So what does that mean? I've got a minus 3 inside of grouping symbols, and so that tells me to move it right 3 units. Right 3 units. So I'm going to take my little stair step, and I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to plop him down. Nothing else is different. So now I can just take this thing up this direction, and take this down this direction like that. So I'm trying to like look at it at the same time that I'm drawing this for you. So I just picked up the stair step and I went 1, 2, 3 and plopped it down, and then I just drew the rest of it, which when I was drawing this way I got a little bit off. So all this means is shift it to the right 3 units. So what does this one mean? This says negative g of x. So now I got a negative in front. So what does a negative in front tell you to do? A negative in front tells you to do an x-axis reflection. So I'm going to do a mirror image as if it's in water. So this right here is the surface of the water. And so this is 2 steps above, then this one must be 2 steps below. And then this is going up and to the right, so this must be going down and to the right. Okay, from here it's down to the left, so this must be up to the left. So it's going to look like that. So now if I fold it on the x-axis, it's just going to lay on top of itself. And then finally what we have is a negative g, x plus 5. So I'm actually going to do 2 things. Okay, the first one I'm going to do in pencil after I find a pencil. And then I'm going to shift it. So we've got 2 different transformations. The first one is I can flip it, and the second one says I can move it to the left 5. And it really doesn't matter which one you do first. But I'm going to go ahead and flip it. So this negative tells me to flip it across the axis. So instead of going up 2, I'm going to go down 2. And then I would do a reflection. So that's going to go this way. And that's going to go this way. Okay, so that's this part. Now I got to do this part. So I got to pick up that pencil thing and move it 5 steps to the left. 5 steps to the left. So here's my little stair step. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my stair step. And then I can just drop this thing down to the right and up to the left. So that's going to be your final transformation. So you got 2 of them this time. Flip it across X, then shift it to the left 5 units. So now, hang on, I've got to learn how to do this. We're going to go this direction. Look at me go. Okay, so I have, what is my parent function and what happens? So it says, tell me if this is this absolute value of X, or tell me if it's the square root of X. So if this is the absolute value, it's going to look like a V. If it is the square root of X, it's going to look like this. Okay, and it's not that. So this is an upside down V. So now I got to figure out, how did I generate that? So I want to look first of all and zoom in here. I do know that it is the square root of x. Okay, so if this is, I'm sorry, it is not the square root of x. I do know that it's the absolute value of x. So I need to look at a couple of things. First of all, has it been stretched or compressed? So knowing that that's supposed to be, stop it, knowing that that's supposed to be right here, and then remember it's supposed to go 1 to 1. Well, how do I get to my next pretty point? I go 1 to 1, and there's my next pretty point. So it has not been stretched or compressed. Okay, it did flip. It flipped in a downwards motion. So I do know that if my parent function is the absolute value of x, it would be opening upwards like this. Well, now it's opening downwards, so I know I've got to flip it. So there's my flip. And then how did I get from point A to point B? Well, he's supposed to be here, and I need to get to here. So how did I do that? I went left 3, up 4. So I'll have negative, and then left 3. Oop, good heavens. Left, oh my goodness, 3. Okay. And then up 4.
Text message.
Okay. Left 3 and up 4. So that's, you have an x-axis reflection. You have a left shift and you have an up shift. So that's what you're looking at. And then let's see if we do it again. Pull that down. So all right, so let's just look at this one. I'm going to let you do the transformations, but I want you to see if it's been stretched or compressed, because that's honestly one of the harder things to kind of sort of figure out what you're doing. So remember that this would be from here to here. So it's a 1 to 1 ratio. So here it's been moved over here, and now it's my next spot is over 1 down 1, or down 1 over 1. Regardless, it's a 1 to 1. Okay, so we might as well just finish it. Okay, so I do know it got flipped. So that takes care of the flip, because it would have gone up like this. Okay, but now it's going down. And then where did he go? He went 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 2. So I'm going to go negative root x, and then plus 4, because he went 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he went up 2. So left 4 means plus 4. Okay, and now I've got, what else can I do? I have this one, so let's see if it's been stretched or compressed, because that's going to be the hard part, and you've got a 1 to 1 ratio, so it did not get stretched or compressed. So you're going from here to here. So you're just looking at how did you move it. So in this one, you went right 2, down 5. Sorry, I forgot to silence my phone. All right, so you still have your 1 to 1 ratio, and then you went right 2, which is going to be an x minus 2. And then you went down 5, which is going to be minus 5. Okay. So let's see what else we got. All right, so this one, here's what I've been looking for. Here we go. So I am going to zoom in on this thing. That's a little bit too big. Okay, so here's what I have. This thing should go from 0, 0 to 1, 1. But when I look at the starting point right here, if I hit 1, 1, it's been moved. So I got to figure out how to get to the next spot. So one of the things that I want to do is look and see how to get there. So that's going to be the next pretty spot. So what is my vertical stretch? Your vertical stretch is 2 units instead of 1 unit. Okay, so now you have a coefficient of 2 and then root x. Okay, so instead of being right here, you actually went up 2 units instead of 1 unit. And so that you've got a coefficient of 2. And then where did I go from here? I went to the left 4 units, so that's going to be plus 4. And then what did I do? I went down 5 units, so there's your minus 5. But all you need to do is recognize that that's not a 1 to 1 ratio, because you would think it would be from here to here, but it's it's an up to right 1. So it got stretched by 2. So it's kind of like slope, but different. Okay. So let's see what else we got. Flip. Flip. Is that it? Oh, I thought we had 18 problems. Maybe because I can't count. All right. So that is basically it. And then I'll see you in the next section.